In the chaos of life, I've been implementing habits that help move the needle forward and also allow me the space to embrace slowing down. Because I feel rejuvenated after taking time for myself, I'm able to then make large strides in my work where it really matters. In this video, I'll be sharing some small habits that make me feel happier and more at ease in my daily life. Hello, lovely people. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Amira, and on this channel, I talk about mindful productivity, wellness, and small actionable steps that we can take to create more balance and find meaning on our current journeys. In addition to sharing my self-care habits, I also want to give you a little gift from me to you. I made a little self-care inspo list, so in addition to the 8 tips that I'm about to share, you'll get tons more ideas for your own inspiration. You can see the link in the description below to get your free copy, and let's get into it. The first small and simple habit has to do with sleep. It's charging my phone away from my bed. I've been making it a mission to create some boundaries for myself around sleep in order to sustain energy levels throughout my day and throughout the week as it goes on. And I found that charging my phone a couple feet away from my bed helps with that. Because my phone is always charged up, shout out anxiety, my phone is essentially always charged. I'll always put my phone on my charger on my dresser before I sleep, so I'm physically unable to bring it into the bed with me. I found that before, when I would charge my bed right beside me on the bedside table, I find it really easy to just reach across as I'm winding down and just start scrolling on my bed for what I mean to be 5-10 minutes, but ends up maybe being 30 minutes or 45 minutes until I just so happen to find the willpower to stop, or worse, actually falling asleep with my phone in my hand. I just find that having a specific charging space away from my bed automatically just cuts all of that out. I also have to physically get out of bed at 6 a.m. to turn my alarm off, and I find that the physical act of jumping up out of bed to turn it off because it's so annoying actually gives me that jolt of energy needed to stay out of my bed. I bought this cute little charger stand for the MagSafe charger from Cozy Lee Studios, and I love it. It goes well with my decor. It's pretty to look at and it gets the job done. In the same category of sleep, number 2 is a sunrise alarm clock. My family had a little secret Santa, and I asked for just a little inexpensive sunrise alarm clock from Amazon. I know that there's a slightly more expensive one, the Hatch, that comes with an optional little app, so maybe that'll be the next move, but this one from Amazon is only $35 and it gets the job done. I use the red light to help set the mood before I sleep. Based on current research I've read, it says that red light is good for stimulating melatonin, so I take advantage of that feature. And you can also set 2 alarms, one for the weekday and one for the weekend if you choose. And what's cool is for those wake up alarms, you can choose how bright you want your sunrise to be, what kind of nature sounds you want to play along with your sunrise, and how many minutes prior to your sound alarm you want your sunrise to turn on. So I have my sunrise alarm clock, right? The nature sounds and the sunrise itself go off about 5 to 10 minutes before my actual alarm, and I find that I'm much more peacefully awakened before my annoying iPhone alarm goes off, telling me to get out of bed. And I'm really liking it so far. So far, so good. It's been a wonderful new addition to my sleep routine. Simple self-care habit number 3 is implementing clear wind down times. Sometimes I tend to just get caught up in work stuff on the computer, mostly because I enjoy what I'm doing. I really feel like my eyeballs are starting to suffer from staring at the computer screen all day. I made it a point to try and create a wind down transition, close my computer, give my eyes a rest, and focus on those activities that slow me down and help prepare for a good night's sleep. I can begin to power down my mind rather than letting all the thoughts floating around in my mind about life and work follow me to bed. I take my time to eat dinner if I haven't already, make my warm tea, take a shower, do my skin and body care, so I'm feeling good. And it's the only time of the day where I can read my book, my Kindle, so I really cherish that time before I sleep. Number 4 is habit stacking my morning and evening routines. I mentioned in previous videos, specifically my ideal week builder, that I have made it a priority to carve out specific times of the day for myself, particularly my morning routine and my evening routine. And within those times, I like to habit stack specific behaviors to make up that routine. I introduced my routines and habit tracker in Notion in another video, and I also talked about this in my weekly scheduling video, but I find that habit stacking my routines really helps me make the most of the hour or hour and a half that I've dedicated. For example, I'll make my wind down drink, typically my hibiscus tart cherry juice and magnesium combo while I read, or another example being while brushing my teeth, I will pull out my phone and do my little French exercises so they're complete before I go to bed. Number 5 is carving out time for weekly self-care rituals. We're talking hair, skin, nails, all that good stuff. I talked more about the specifics of this in my self-care video where I share how I go about building a self-care routine that I love. In true Libra woman fashion, I like to look good, I like to feel good, even if it's something just as simple as taking care of my skin, applying my vitamin E oil and my ceramide moisturizer after I shower. My hair care is important as a natural hair girly. Even when I don't have my nails done, I make sure they're trimmed and cleaned. Little stuff like that is just a non-negotiable for me. For example, my hair, I really just do that myself. I wash, deep condition, and style myself. The only thing I'll probably do is get like a curly cut by a professional and then do that trimming maintenance myself. Another thing that I've been adopting is learning to do my nails myself. I currently moved a little farther than my nail tech that I used to go to all the time, and I can't find a great one near me. Also, I'm trying to save money, and so I've been learning how to do Gel X by myself and just simple gel polish manicures. I did this little skinny French on myself today, and I feel like I did a good job. So little stuff like this is just a non-negotiable. I find that I can do a lot of the upkeep myself when I just take the time and put in a little bit more effort. Small and simple self-care habit number 6 is morning movement sessions. As a part of my morning routine, I really try to implement a movement session. Most of the time it's some form of yoga or stretching, something just to shake off that sleepy energy and wake me up fully. And then usually after teaching, I'll head to the gym or bust out my mat for a mat Pilates session, just depending on my mood. But I find that a simple movement in the morning, leaving it really open, can be either stretching or yoga. Sometimes it is mat Pilates if I have more time. Maybe a couple of spine twists, a couple lunges and hamstring stretches, just something to get the blood flowing for the day. Number 7 is journaling, specifically gratitude journaling and an evening check-in reflection. I talk extensively about this in my journaling video and also in my Mindful Mondays newsletter. I've made it a habit to take a moment each day at the start of my day and in the evening before I go to sleep, just to think about the positive aspects of my day, what I'm grateful for, what I'm looking forward to, what the best part of my day was, or if it wasn't a good day, just to give myself space to feel that and reflect on it. It has done wonders for my mood. I was telling my sister and my friend this the other day, but as someone who has previously experienced anxiety and depression, I feel like just this seemingly simple thing has helped immensely. It's almost like programming or reprogramming my brain to automatically search for the good in my life. My life isn't perfect, but I find that a daily practice of gratitude, even when things aren't going my way, I find that I'm really able to better exercise that muscle of relinquishing control, finding the good in my situation, talking myself down and knowing I'm good, I'm alive, I'm present, and that things can always be figured out. So these gratitude reflections in the morning and checking in with myself in the evening have been very simple things that have had a profound effect on my life. The 8th small and simple habit is implementing check-ins. In the vein of sort of checking in via journaling, fostering check-ins with people in your life that you care about is also super helpful just to really foster that connection with your loved ones, especially because everyone's so busy with their lives. I've been a lot more conscious of trying to reach out with my friends to check in and let them know that I'm thinking about them, calling my family weekly or maybe multiple times a week, maybe taking a drive down to visit my parents' house because I'm in the area and I know that that won't last forever. And I've also began to implement bi-weekly check-ins in my relationship with my partner. We've established bi-weekly meetings and whipped up a little minutes template in Notion and just followed the prompts that we make for ourselves in those minutes. We give each other space to share our wins, our gripes, our challenges, our goals, all that good stuff. I value deep conversation where I can freely express my thoughts without judgment from the other person. And for myself, I try to be cognizant of how I'm able to create a shared understanding with the other person that we're both on the same team. I think check-ins are a really good way to revisit, realign, and reevaluate your expectations, challenges, and assumptions with people in your life. It allows us to take a pause from the flow of life and think critically about whether or not we're flowing in the right direction. I've learned to implement the art of the check-in in many areas of my life. I do weekly check-ins with myself when I go to plan for my week, daily check-ins when I journal, monthly and quarterly check-ins when I revisit my yearly planning page, and I always feel lighter, more at ease, and like I'm in a good spot after I do these check-ins for myself, and that's transferred over into my relationship check-ins as well. So this one was short and sweet. If you like these tips, then maybe you'd want to see how I use some of these systems I mentioned to build a self-care routine that I love. So go ahead and check that video out if you're interested, and don't forget to grab your free copy of your self-care inspiration list. And with that, I'll be seeing you in the next one. Don't forget to stay mindful. Bye.